Hello guys, welcome back to our online classes. Let's start. So I have this question for you. How do you usually get your news and why do you do it like that? I know there are many ways to get the news, so that's the question for today, okay? Now, this is homework for you. I want to check out what is the meaning of these vocabulary words that I have here. So stop the video, take a screenshot, and investigate, okay? Did you finish? Okay, let's continue. So, do you think the traditional method of getting the news will survive? What do you think? Do you think that in the future we'll still use radio, newspaper, TV, and mail? Or do you think that the new way that we check the news is just going to be like the new standard and we're going to forget about this? Think about it and we're going to discuss this during class. Now, moving ahead with the subject, what do you think should be the characteristics of a good reporter and why? Stop the video, make a list, and we're going to share this list during class. Okay? Good. So, with which of these statements do you agree and why? The requirement that a journalist check the facts is vital. It is more important that the story be instantly available. So, what do you think? With which of these statements do you agree and why? This we think about it, and we're going to discuss this during class. Okay? Good. So guys, I want you to analyze this. I want you to read the examples below and tell me what is special about the word in bold. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about a very special topic. The name of this topic is the subjunctive, okay? And I have this question for you. Is this sentence correct? It is important that you be here on time. Well, yeah, this sentence is correct. Now, you're probably thinking, well, this should be, it is important that you are here on time, but not really. In this case, it's the subjunctive what we're going to use. The other structure is correct, but we're going to use subjunctive today. This is the subjunctive. The subjunctive is a very, but very formal way of speaking. It usually explains that something should be done. In this case, be here on time is what is supposed to happen. Yeah? The subjunctive, like I said before, is very uncommon and it has a very specific set of rules to be used. It's not normal to see the subjunctive if I'm honest with you guys. Some of the rules are you shouldn't try to use it all the time. Yeah. It should only be used in subordinate clauses after that. And it requires special verbs in the main clause to be used. Yeah. Now, I want you to notice how all of these verbs that I have here imply that something should be done. These verbs are used in the main clause, right? So, for example, the subjunctive, we can use it with this, like insist that, propose that, demand that, suggest that, and recommend that. And like I said before, all of these imply that something should be done, that is something that is necessary. All of these verbs are used in the main clause. And here I have an example of what I'm saying. She insisted that he not be present. This is a subjunctive sentence. And if you see, in the main clause, I have one of these verbs that are say that something needs to be done. The subjunctive can also be used after adjectives that once again imply that something is necessary, but that it should be done. It is important that everyone help. Yeah. If you see, the subjunctive is this one, is help. We're not saying helps, but help. And to know this, we have the it is important that, right? The subjunctive, like I said before, has some exceptions, and one exception to the subjunctive, sorry, is the verb were. I wish that it were summer. Summer. This is the past subjunctive, and this is the only case in which the verb is going to change. Were. And once again, this sounds very formal and is very uncommon, but it's correct. You can use the subjunctive with the passive forms too. It is important that the interviewers be treated with respect. Be formed with be and the verb in past participle. Now, The subjunctive, as you see, is like just using the verb without the third form, like in simple present, right? In this case, why is not God saves the queen, but God saved the queen, right? Well, honestly, the use of the subjunctive is something that is not common anymore. Like I said before, it's just used to sound very formal, and that's it. That's the only use. Here we have some common expressions that you might hear that use the subjunctive. God save the queen. This is from England, right? Thy will be done. This is from a pray. Yeah? If need be, and suffice it to say. These are some of the most common expressions that you can hear that use the subjunctive. But before I continue with this, I want you to remember to be very careful. The subjunctive, like I said before, is very formal and it's very uncommon. You can use it. This means that it's okay to use it instead of the verb and s like we usually do with the specific cases that we saw, but you don't need to do it. It's only a choice that you want, that you can do whenever you feel like it. If you decide to use it, it's okay to do it, but don't use it all the time. Some people might not even know what you're trying to say. Okay? So be careful. Now, guys, this is gonna be your homework. This is the on the workbook on the unit 10B. Read the journalism professor comments, then complete the textbook sentences that reflects those views. Use the subjunctive form of the bold verbs. Okay, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you in class. Bye.